next speaker is really a dynamic lady. She is a chartered accountant from England and Wales and has been in industry for last couple of years. Her expertise is more into business and finance. She is the one who can optimize your business resources in terms of financial viability. She is good in business impact analysis. She is good in business continuity. She is good to create and handle the leverage, your liquidity, your solvency. And she is, in nutshell, is a financial lady who can turn around the strategy for the business. So I'm pleased to introduce you with Asma Jan Muhammad. Thanks for joining us, Asma.
Thank you very much, Dr. Moore. A pleasure.
Yeah, so now Mike is with you.
Thank you very much. I'll be showing some slides. I hope it is visible now. Okay, so yes, I have not been a resident of Saudi, but it is an honor and it is a pleasure to be part of this interesting topic and discussion. And at the same time, there is a lot of learning and knowledge that I have had so far, hearing from all the speakers that have shared their experiences and on-ground realities. So taking a step back, I will be actually talking about all what you have heard so far, why it is happening. So it is happening because there is a vision. There is a vision that Saudi leadership, the leadership of the kingdom has envisioned for 2030. And my focus will be about the rewarding opportunities that have been envisioned in that particular theme, and what are the prospects of investment in the long run that have been seen. Giving you a brief background, Dr. Musa has already introduced. I will just add to it that I've got like 16 years of industry experience, mainly in UAE and a bit in Pakistan. I have primarily been into financial planning of FMCG, manufacturing, energy and retail sectors. And I have mainly worked with the leadership of the different companies who actually work on the business visions and forecasts and budgets and new prospects and products of the company. So Saudi Vision 2030. Now the bit I'm talking about is about thriving economy. The word thriving is a very interesting word. The synonym, if you see, is the best synonym that comes up is basically flourishing. This is the second theme of Saudi Vision, and with this vision, the kingdom's leadership aims at building the KSA as a potential investment powerhouse. Now we will be talking about two main parts, which is rewarding opportunities and investing in the long run. Rewarding opportunities. Now, there are four pillars, or there are four concepts behind introducing the rewarding opportunities, which is learning for working, boosting small businesses and productive families, providing equal opportunities, and attracting the talents which are needed. Now, if you look at the vision, it's not just a theoretical script. It is basically supported with clear-cut goals, and there are some commitments under those particular themes that the leadership has committed to provide. So you can see under this theme of rewarding opportunity, there is a goal of having an unemployment rate down from 11.6% to 7%. There is an aim to increase SME contribution to GDP from 20 to 35%, and there is an increase in the women's participation also foreseen from 22% to 30%. The two broad commitments which have been discussed in the vision are an education that contributes towards economic growth and a bigger and vital role for SMEs. Now we will discuss all these bits. one by one. So the first concept under rewarding opportunity is learning for working. So what is going to really happen under that? Considering the skills and competencies of young men and women, which are one of the most important and cherished assets, the vision aims at investing in the education and training so that a culture is built to make the most of their potential and make them equipped for the future jobs. This includes developing early childhood education, refinement of the national curriculum, and training teachers and educational leaders. The National Labour Gateway aims at redoubling the efforts to ensure that the outcome from the education system comes at par with the market needs. Also, vocational training will be expanded in order to drive the forward economic development. This will be steered through prestigious universities offering scholarship opportunities in fields of national priorities with a focus on innovation in advanced technologies, entrepreneurship, so that talent is rewarded and acknowledged. The second theme is boosting small businesses and productive families. So now how that will be achieved? Small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, which are among the most important agents of economic growth. Why? Because they create jobs, they support innovation, and they boost exports. Therefore, this vision aims at striving to create suitable job opportunities for Saudi citizens by supporting SME entrepreneurship, privatization, and investments in new industries. The SME authority in Saudi will encourage young entrepreneurs with providing them business-friendly regulations, easier access to funding, international partnerships, and a great share of national procurement and government bids. Productive families now enjoy vast marketing opportunities through social media and digital platforms. The SME authority also facilitates access to these channels, enable microfinancing, and motivating the non-profit sector to build the capabilities of productive families and fund their initiatives. Moving to the third concept, which is about providing equal opportunities, and I believe this is the most important pillar. Now, this aims at providing opportunities for everyone, men, women, young, old, with a renewed emphasis on the culture of high performance. The skills of youth will be guaranteed through skill development and proper deployment. While many other countries are concerned with aging of population, we can see that more than half of the Saudi population is below the age of 25 years. This demographic dividend of youth energy will be harnessed by expanding entrepreneurship and enterprise opportunities. On the other side, Saudi women are another great asset. We can see that over 50% of the university grads are females. Their talent and capabilities will be developed, which will enable them to strengthen the future and contribute to the development of our society and economy. Also, people with disabilities, as we call here in UAE, people of determination, they will also receive the education and job opportunities, which will ensure their independence and integration as effective members of society, so that they are also put on the path of commercial success. And the last one, attracting the talents needed. Now, to achieve the desired rate of economic growth, the kingdom will require an environment that attracts necessary skills, not only attract necessary skills and capabilities, but also to retain them. And this will be both from within the kingdom and beyond national borders. Non-Saudis will be offered improved living and working conditions. They will be able to own real estate in certain areas. They will have permits to establish private schools. An effective and simple system for issuing visas and residence permits will be ensured to facilitate all these things. Vision 2030 aims at attracting and retaining finest Saudi and foreign minds and providing them with all they need, whose presence in the kingdom will contribute towards economic development and attract additional foreign direct investment. So if we just producing a synopsis, what exactly is given under this vision is that under rewarding opportunities, there are goals of reducing the unemployment rate and increasing the SME contribution towards GDP and increasing women's participation in the workforce. So what exactly is aimed at? Education, a focus towards education that contributes to economic growth, which is higher education matching the job market requirements, while at the same time establishing the job market and creating job opportunities, career counseling and training and development. And by year 2030, at least 5 Saudi universities are aimed to be among the top 200 universities in the international rankings, with sophisticated database tracking students, education, planning, monitoring, evaluation, and outcome. This is under the sector of education, which is planned. Now, if we summarize the bigger role for SMEs, which has been seen, is that SMEs' contribution towards GDP will be increased with enhanced access to funding from financial institutions, establishment of new business incubators, special training institutions, and venture capital funds, and further facilitation of SMEs through e-commerce and collaboration with foreign shareholding. So, moving to the second main component of how a thriving economy will be realized is investing in the long run. Now, under that investing in the long term, there are three main components or themes or visions, which is maximizing the investment capabilities, launching promising sectors, and privatizing government services. Again, this is not just a theoretical concept. They have envisioned it in terms of clear-cut outcomes and goals, which is like moving from kingdom from current position as 19th largest economy in the world into the top 15, and to increase the localization of oil and gas sectors from 40% to 75%, and to increase public investment funds assets from 600 billion Saudi riyal to over 700 trillion. Now that's a it's a huge goal. But then the leadership is also providing some kind of commitments, such as localized defense industries, a mining sector contributing to the national economy at full potential, and a renewable energy market, about which you already heard details from Mr. Shahid. Now we will see three of these components in detail as to what exactly is planned. The ongoing privatization. So the first one is maximizing investment capabilities, and the ongoing privatization of state-owned asset companies, properties, and other assets will enhance kingdom's financial resources and economic stability, which will be reinvested for the long-term impact. Investment vehicles, particularly after transferring the ownership of Aramco to Public Investment Fund, which will become the largest sovereign wealth fund in the world, will be increased in terms of efficiency of the fund management and improved ROI. The kingdom shall build on leading position and historic alliances to enter long-term partnerships with neighbors and friendly countries for knowledge of transfer and trade. To facilitate formation of an advanced financial and capital market open to the world, there will be access to investing and trading in the stocks market. The process of listing private Saudi companies and state-owned enterprises, including Aramco, will be smoothened by deepening liquidity in the capital markets, fortifying the role of debt market, and paving the way for the derivative market. The second role will be of launching promising sectors. Now, promising sectors are envisioned to become new pillars of our economy. There will be localization of non-oil segments such as renewable energy, industrial equipment sectors. In tourism and leisure sectors, attractions will be created of the highest international standards, improved visa issuance procedures for visitors, and development of historical and heritage sites. In technology, investments will be increased in the digital economy. There will be incentives for mining, for the exploration of kingdom's mineral resources. At the same time, as diversifying the economy, there will be localization of oil and gas sector as well, which will be in the form of creation of a new city dedicated to energy. Gas production shall be doubled with a national gas distribution network. Our global leadership and expertise, kingdom's global leadership and expertise in oil and petrochemicals will be used to invest in the development of adjacent and supporting sectors. And the last one is privatizing some government services. Private sector, it currently contributes less than 40% of GDP. To increase its long-term contribution to the economy, new investment opportunities will be opened along with facilitation of investment, innovation and competition, and removal of all obstacles preventing the private sector from playing a larger role in the development. There will be improvements, there will be reforms in the regulations through privatization of healthcare and education that are currently provided by the public sector. Now, there is another important thing which has been envisioned is government's role will be shifted from providing services to focus on regulating and monitoring them. Increased private sector contributions shall be sought both locally and internationally under healthcare, municipal services, housing, finance, and energy. Now, summarizing, we can see the goals under the investment in the long run were moving into the top 15 world economies, localization of oil and gas sectors, and increase of public investment funds. So what is going to happen is localized defense industries. How this is going to happen? Reducing the military spending by localizing more than 50% of equipment spending by 2030. This will bring a stimulus to supporting sectors such as industrial equipment, communication, IT, etc. And this will further improve self-sufficiency in manufacturing, maintenance, repairs, research and development. Under the mining sector, Kingdom is blessed with rich mineral resources such as aluminium, phosphate, gold, copper and uranium. Mining sector is planning to reach 97 billion Saudi Riyal by 2020, creating 90,000 jobs. Formation of strategic international partnerships to raise the competitiveness and productivity of national companies. Renewable energy segment, an initial target of generating 9.5 gigawatt of renewable energy to cater to increase in energy consumption by 2030. King Salman Renewable Energy Initiative will encourage public-private partnerships, and the gradual liberalization of fuel markets will guarantee the competitiveness of renewable energy sector. Now, Vision 2030 aims at improving the quality of education and tailoring it to the workforce needs of a modern economy. It is aimed at providing greater opportunities for women and people with disabilities so that they can join the workforce. It is planning to nurture a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship and growth of SMEs. It aims at creating more attractive working and living conditions for the foreign talent. It also aims at improving the business environment through regulatory reforms, revamping economic cities, and establishing new special investment zones. Maximization of investment opportunities by making PIF the largest sovereign wealth fund in the world through the sale of state assets, privatizing selected industries and attracting foreign direct investments, eliminating many oil subsidies to help modernize the oil sector while capitalizing upon downstream opportunities in oil and petrochemicals, as well as exploiting the mining of natural resources, building renewable energy and military industrial sectors, and further developing the retail, tourism, and manufacturing sectors, and creating a regional logistical hub while integrating Saudi Arabia more tightly into the regional and global economies. So, a Saudi Vision 2030, it massively relies on government spending and the ability to attract foreign capital, particularly in areas like public investment fund funded mega projects. Saudi Arabia has already identified the fundamental reforms required for the kingdom's long-term economic health, and it has begun the work, as we have seen in the previous discussion, for implementing in many of them. The core doctrines of Vision 2030 still ring true: the need for job creation, boosting the private sector, diversifying economy, and investing in sectors where Saudi Arabia can be globally competitive. The serious commitment to education and human capital development, which is seen from the vision, will eventually lead to the long-term fruits of the vision. I would like to thank you for the time and wish Saudi Arabia all the best in implementing their vision. Thank you so much.
That's amazing. I think the information that you gave is right on figures and target and investors. got a clear idea about it. I want to thank you for being giving with us, and I'm looking forward to have you in our next shows.